you know comment section the for ma na yes you set me aka yenina ya chirechire ya adwene kama enso etumi edi afriom na mame musa say World Cup aka some few days na ashasi wujidi say mrantia omo especially attackers no ye ka say ye bewie no you top scorer why and obi you know eno ye question am bisa o sisi ma o comment no emra e comment section na me kan ni nyina enso emfa am say Christian good morning.
Yeah, good morning Andy.
Na weekend ko ye
oh bibia da din say weekend no yekuja May
yeah
Emma oware kama na such a wonderful ceremony enti yekuja May we no bobe 4:30 thereabout safi na agro so afi na live band any artist for no so buy no performances but na jare ko baby an nyama so gumi ka mu ntine se me free ho nti me free be 4:30 nti free Saturday no 4:30 na bisine na honanim no nchada nye fit kakra de but ye bende ye ba ye se be adwuma na yesum
fantastic John now we have
Nyami adumo
and I know the new haircut
yeah I have a new haircut and we say 70 today
and I will go travel to me and do what you do say
oh Debbie say where say so my casa me chameleon I just say me hands win
top scorer the
me nim say ade win
top scorer the
me nim say ade
okay,
that's good. Kylian Mbappe straight away. And me sure say be fairly. Straight away because France they on the latter stages of the competition. Straight away because France they on the latter stages of the competition. And Mbappe today, say, and the all form going into the. Despite the fact that Madrid did not perform, but all form in going to this World Cup, Meboa. Or La Liga, how many goals? I think 25, 26. And Oshe Champions League, he was also the top scorer. And this are form and Edeko. And also no drew France or shatter players in England. So what's the year? So whether we are Dembele or Yohannes, you are France and Kwandia. I say Messi or Qatar, and I won't study Mbappe, you know. Say BB basis, shiny or more. Despite everyone so on a bet take Bibia. And last World Cup, he was the top scorer, Meboa. On not preventing Messi. It's not bad more ye bone because near percent can Messi Sanjay top scorer account a year feather in his cap. If be a Messi will retire without not being the top scorer at the World Cup or because of Mbappe scoring 3 goals in the final. That is a hell of a record, but still lost the trophy. And your Messi I feel that this is his time and he's going to dance. No two ways about that.
Hurricane.
Oh yeah, Hurricane is also good, but be on a crowd route the latter stages.
And England team
and yet I mean Germany, but they flatter to deceive almost all the time, so you can't really predict exactly what they are gonna do.
Now,
more team like Omo BB.
Cristiano Ronaldo as well.
No, Ronaldo cannot win the top scoring award only because not that he's not a good player, but also Ronaldo playing is such that when the team is playing well, no woman, you'll be killing Obia. You understand? But when the team is not playing so well, and a Portugal crack or Mokon, they are going to fight. So there is pressure upon them to perform because we know some more stars or more BB Andy, and they really want. And when there is pressure on you, I am a performance in a somewhat. The original so apo more dene America any dene pace our pace. What I say, I'll bet pay more football by This is how you mess in Europe. If you say Mbappe, your friend is saying. Lamine and the players or more football no more day by pa and sana de Vinicius Junior the account men for unse time we were form we ni form but say general I think those 3 players no they enjoy Mbappe they may back in solidly for the Golden Boot award so okay. they player no best player no so they get Messi the anchor Meko for Lamine. These are the 2 guys and fees or more a big difference yeah.
Now listen, one over for top scorer at the end of the World Cup.
World Cup no team produce wonders.
Okay.
Player bia and the one expecting is say obetimi abeshine at the World Cup no abetiki the shine. So any time bia na the top players in the World Cup or the top scorers of the tournament. They may be a complete outsider. I will be any nano so no. Once a player no abeji the top scorer. But so be some say one of me person was the top scorer now. I'll go for Hurricane.
I yes mean say on the beju
but me person on the top scorer of the World Cup because it's so disappointing that Senior World Cup year any Ballon d'Or Harry Kane should win this year's Ballon d'Or. See Ballon d'Or regardless of any Champions League numbers are Harry Kane in this season and then can numbers any ball or boy and say on also Anfan Sapayan Kofi or the trophies me any Kofi any the numbers there and Harry Kane should be voted as the Ballon d'Or winner of the year 2026. But they are told Haaland in 2022-2023 was said so many goals, but and I'm saying the team uncle walk up in Tino. Messi the walk up ricochet and Nino. What have you bet to Harry Kane? Say England the court no man koya a player be or your unknown ebetimia koshani or walk up no. Now for just 1 month period, the whole year no 1 month football e kobo yenento. Nobody say 1 month no. Abeshata Harry Kane why consistent for a 12 month. So the me person OJ now make a case for him a Ballon d'Or no a Harry Kane and then I'm assuming players are probably one share on last World Cup no. Harry Kane may be one of them because Harry Kane is around 33 years. Maybe by next World Cup no 37 years. Maybe Harry Kane to me more boni biom. Said the case Messi born the last World Cup. Ronaldo won the last World Cup. Neymar won the last World Cup. Luka Modric won the last World Cup. Sa Mexico fogo keeper yi. Gwalemu ojo. Onko de empirema mo World Cup ni bi. Honestly won the last World Cup. Omo yan for ya dwen kom so say potentially they might be playing their last World Cup no. Harry Kane one of them. Okay. And Harry Kane entimi for World Cup ya nyini din. Antimi stamping authority on Ballon d'Or na. Wahia na entimi asa mabiem. Anything no player ba kwa me route so betimi age World Cup top scorer. Say England ko entimi anye no the top scorer na and the ebekani numbers on our club level now. I think say we make a very good case for Ballon d'Or case no. So I am solidly rooting for Brantia your friend Harry Kane. So it's all Ballon d'Or no. So dia dia Spurs for the whom betwim kakra say almost former player dia omo player enti e kan players age Ballon d'Or Spurs for so because one player so age Ballon d'Or ni bi enti e say papa kra or supporting me agenda
age World Cup go king dada. What I say meaning I stand to correct Arsenal player be age World Cup go king.
I don't know Manchester United. I don't know Manchester United player. I don't know team be a player na.
I don't know so opesa me bo Manchester. Me say Arsenal so football club. So omo call final here show. So omo ne omo rival. And mpa cho hwema me Miami hu sa record no. Arsenal player be age World Cup top scorer than Pacho so be hwema me any dey be we na omo. Obi na bisa ba Miami hu. Ba Harry Kane there. So okay 2018. Okay.
Okawaka say we plenty asaba be rawi. But me a few of the messages on Facebook and I go farm on Instagram with regarding Nkuma Yedini CC as to why and I feel say 2026 FIFA World Cup baby you know on the 19th of July na yini say no and a top scorer so no never coming out as top scorer. Chris GHS Mbappe and Ronaldo me no ba ko na all call for. Freeman say good morning Pure, good morning to you. Demathius say all call for Harry Kane if so no and a bit me age top scorer no afi Tofik Masha say all call for Mbappe on no dia or dia bano no I share this one. Kwame Ahmed say on dia Messi and Uruti for say officially Messi and Beje the top scorer FIFA World Cup no Max Omo Kenya omo kai Messi go be so mu say Messi bit me age Prince Danlad Mola Donadoni eso oko for Cristiano Ronaldo ono so ne dia o say oko for no kwesi culture me say o monitor show no sanso ena papa kwesi Manuel say Ellen Holland ena obaji golden boot no okay Kingdom Citizen say Harry Kane will score about 7 against Ghana and 9 against Panama, so yeah he will definitely be the top scorer.
Sana Christian person come. So say Harry Kane say Ghana or say England or man say Ghana dia ma say be juice ko. Yes say England so be keep be juice ka.
Yeah. So here so be say Ghana sana waji top scorer.
No say me I won't say
Panama 4.
Now we are
no one. Ghana only about draw 0-0. No, I say go. Okon anymore. No, I say be 2 be ho. No, I say one. You know, I say be 7 goals.
Yakubu Kavera say Messi or Julian Alvarez and Wakodiamano Redeemer. Adu for say good afternoon and the okay good afternoon. Akwasi Edu also oko from Mbappe. Asante Roger Messi or Mbappe. Sansona Emmanuel Kofi Amankwase Lamine Yaman or Wakodiamano Mufti Ibra Messi all the way. Osei Bafu or say Jordan Ayew. Messi Wotu or say Antoine Semenyo. Gini Daniel Esu oko for Inaki Williams and Boateng Kwabenaso oko for Leo Messi. Nana also I'm not supporting England or any of their players for the racism and attack against party. I think every Ghanaian shouldn't entertain them. Okay. Yes, TV, so we call for Mbappe, Richmond, Innocent Jemfi, say I'll go for Harry Kane and the Samsung X-Bone, Tofik, so I'll call for Messi, Evans Kofi, I'll say I'm in a bus for Takrady to from Takrady to Kumasi. Bus is pure. Okay. Chere Felix SO for Antoine Semenyo. I think I've taken your message. Hamza Ali SO for Lamine Yamal and entry Boss Yako Collins SO Mano. Where? Okay. Elisha Kenneth SO for Kane. Famous Joshua or say nobody reminds Lamine, but he's going to make history. And Afe Nagasti Ese Haaland and Obekodiamano Samuel Pepson Ese Semenyo and Ebe Winnie Gokin Fata Kwame Asante so Obeko for Mbappe Dau Kwame Edmond Ese I'm going for Semenyo and Mons Papa Kwesi Manuel okay ABF Nana Amwako good morning Nandi I'm for Inaki to win the top scorer. Evans Oliver as CR7 Samson Prosper and so say Mbappe and Ebe win Chris Waddell Mensa say Victor Jokares and Ebe win Oswell also Robbie Biamoko they say either Mbappe and also Harry Kane and Ebe win on the entry boss Yako call us Semenyo Nana Boahinandi or Mbappe and Oko for Cosmos Loval as Ulisse or Jordan or Baba Rahman or Washed I mean your person yao Beck ese calibrinchi onso sa Bismarck appear or say Baba Rahman onso sa Shaibu ese good morning Berlin is pure and Okori yao or say Ngulu Kanti onso sa or say Emmanuel say Mikel Uyazabel and Ebe Winnie the top scorer and Tonne dia woko for no Eric Mensa or say Erikus or no say Senenya o say Obwa and Sa Kodiem 80 Suarez or say CR7 and oko for Kenata GH so oko for Mbappe Bismarck appear say Baba Rahman Obwa Anthony Yabua say Anthony from Belgium also oko Fidalentin say Ferran Torres and Ebe Winnie Yakubu Kader I think I've taken your message already Mama share this one after young common on Emrasi C and Fadiakano and Twaso Calvin Opukusi Jordan and also Echo Nidian Ediamanitiano Margin Chilibi and Yafa on a young Kuma Yesha CSA Yibidi and pay Ewo Pure Sports Nisintino. I know said your own some ACT ya come on Yaba Nyako Fansem no and so there but some monitor Ghana opponents no.
Oh, and I'm sure Croatia ni omoni Slovenia. Modric no adwene no da so de bobo.
Ball no ni ehwe ball no Benedict ana me ehwe ball no. Ohwe Croatia for especially the opening 30 minutes no. Honestly no more he.
No more she.
Shed on who be bia no na Slovenia for na ball mo pa. Yes. By who yan so much home.
Now he go now Modric say.
Yes.
Bono
control ball
any other player bianco obeko for power bono share na
place
ball is simple untimi nchi no goalkeeper no dem no so the ball share no Jano Black and intino say o share a Croatia for in the year Modric at age 40 and that's bobo at this level any adwon this year say go ni dia I'm very sure say yeah nkasa yeah supporters any central for a monitor your opponent no me sure say in technical team no and so monitor a teams na no mbobo no matches no mbobo no almost monitor closely. We have to identify their strengths and weaknesses. Baby are your strength no how are we going to deal with it? Baby are your weakness in those how are we going to exploit those weaknesses to advantage? But so be samia the Croatia team na me share na nra no enye Ghana team na enya so many injuries and ke bitimi no mabo as a Silano, they rely so much on Peninfono. Ivan Perisic in the social kind Edema Croatia. Modric Crowns will be in from base first minute and a Modric free move. And yet, or the Argent and a ball, but say Okunyam Kora and the much more physical. I'm be aggressive for him. One have ball to me and more enconimu. And you know, worship board na a Croatia for boy na and the hope Kakrao. Say, at least you manage a draw or even a win against them and impossible. But
I did about study about Panama for us. Say in all the 3 matches on my bonum should
go the Ombeshe.
We had the should but because they will suka Boasna. Why?
Yeah. It's an embassy ampa. We World Cup now or call Madrid. I told say instead of Madrid, we want to call Arsenal.
But in any case, Obo Arsenal. So say Arsenal player being.
Oh. Me kind of Osuka, but I want to be. I think so. Free Madrid no bar Arsenal, not so for Arsenal ever. Yes, but he won the top scorer with Croatia. I think 1998, if I'm right. Time Croatia call semi-final France. You are Mokoje. About the Hurricane idiot. I'm not express captain. To me, I say captain. We can't be my main child.
Na captain defender always top scorer on World Cup. The captain defender na defensive midfielder always work with GA.
And there's another one sign a striker which may be.
Osi Joe Carles Beji.
Yes, he's also on also.
And so we share Croatia for match. You know, go no share. Go no concede. You know, what's a gift? Defensive mistake and I'm not born a gift to Slovenia for no and a Slovenia for the one koteka and it you know once you show almost strength you know and me sure say you identify weaknesses in their team coach now coach you know and the technical team you know identify say they been for almost strength in and you are going to work against their strength. We have also identified their weaknesses and we are also going to utilize their weaknesses to advantage and one ball you coach who plan against opposition. You look at SWOT analysis. You look at their strength, their weaknesses, almost strength, you know. How are you going to neutralize their strength and their weaknesses, you know? How are you going to utilize their weaknesses to advantage? Tell me, share board now, no, Adeba Kwame Huye, and he say, Uye team, Tagana Kra, a younger squad. And he say, PG in Tamana last year, no. The PG for the Buin Tamlan for no, a younger squad of my bonnie pacey. Say, ye team, no, Yama bonnie pacey. Against a Croatia and they will suffer because I'm penny for the dorsal.
Young Common and Ranafi and Fadiakano and so and Tosso for high pure 95.7 FM. We'll cost a Roman to Facebook, Pure FM TV Sanso, and on YouTube no Air Price can come on YouTube. What's up? Latest year come FIFA World Cup no Airbus. My friend to us international friendlies no Dodona Eguso Coso Argentina, Honduras, Eshwam Ayatuna Lautaro Martinez, and your branch of friends from Simeone in the show 2 goals no Edema Argentina, Leicester Lusu 2-0, Edema Omaya friends at Cyprus, Sanso Kosovo, Echi Andorra Shomuthiro Croatia, Omaya Ghana opponent, Omushe 2, Emma Slovenia Tiva Aquabrantia, your friend is Luka Modric and a Mario Pasalic, one at the show 2 goals no Edema Croatia, Greece, and Sulusu 1 Edema Italy, Morocco, and in Norway game no 1-1. Abrantia friends Ibrahim Diaz, Esha first goal Morocco, Demo Martin Odegaard, Emma Teka Edema Norway national team Ecuador, Wamusha 3 Emma Guatemala for Entimiante, and on air the Sanso Colombia show 2, Emma Jordan and so Entimiante, and Diaba, the other one some Emma Ewo Georgia Sana, Mamin fan to get international friendly Sabasono, Netherlands and Uzbekistan, Bebo, Mauritania, Airborne France, and Northern Ireland game and Subet Yabaso, and on a FIFA World Cup and Nkomo, and yet Emma and so Georgia Sana Pena, young come their stories new and new FIFA, naming come from a FIFA as well Diamante, and some World Cup 2026 World Cup Diamante, and it's a FIFA Sikan and Sabet Maka, near your kind of revenue of FIFA and Sabet Maka after World Cup, no, Mina reports some about $14 billion and a FIFA almost Sabet Maka Diamante, and it's a way a double amount of money, our 2022, our Qatar, yearly World Cup in FIFA, a generate a $7 billion Diamante, and it's our Brazil, Mexico, and after Canada, a $14 billion and a FIFA and Sabet generate, and on a latest report about Yadon some Emma Ewo Jumadro Sinanko on Thursday, and the first game and so between Mexico and South Africa. Famicom a Mexico City Stadium. Never said the rehearsals no and City. They are trying to own the proactive. And can say the Akabes 1 day and also 2 days and on Bashas here and run UPM our Mexico City Stadium. Now rehearsals for the opening ceremony and so shall air Kwasokama Omo performing air rehearsal nipa so besa say decorated stadium no edra ye unsa sane mani nyina enso akoso dware ewo age face pure FM TV obo say edra nanyama enso city nyame yadma Thursday anumre 7 p.m. and a game no kick off e so dem before 7 babo no enyama e koso ewo Mexico City Stadium no edu bi and a sound come no yet emam enso dwumade so mo test aya machines no wo test say dem be decorated stadium ama bibia enso tima kama enso stadium enum ya diaba ya de sound come emam no pay enso ewo dwumade no no aya said ya honsem esi atie mame aya Iran omo team na ye nin come no pay mame fantu say Iran medical culture so oman no ebe bezim enso ewo Mexico on Mondays omo travel abepim ewo US omo we ya no masa return enso ewo aya Mexico because Mexico and ayomo come eye bezinyana no eye because of ntokwa sorry between aya America and Iran omo man no mame fa we entigas enra and ye hu say Iran omo so aya bas na ba bedru ama just Iranian players ombesi akado and omo entourage nyina enso ba bedru na aya security na anyasem go to nipa wam eba ban ewo Iran omo team no checks outdoor enso etimi kosa no ayam na the Mexican police no wam emeki sure some na ayam no betima be kisto say checks outdoor enso betima kosa still me report some near sinka FIFA catch United States for them omo aya restrictions there omo dia Iran for no en comment so nemum de match yes Donald Trump as no say omo so mo kwasa mo match nemum omo ayam ja promo dia mo so betia fa so say omo travel on Mondays every Mexico about America for their games omo we match omo ntimi stay even 1 minute and so America the episode entertaining Iranians and so America Demetri Sabi America for no as no easy restrictions no baby omujina eno ejina Demetri supporters visa conditions no and also restrictions and so that so eno aye report about some come no yes emamu enso jumade no sana pay yenko Morocco for camp ni eni nkobo mami Abranche France Abdi Ezauzoli one player Morocco for enso betime here me na report say one Ezauzoli enso mami say World Cup no mami fa we entiga say what is earlier na me ma games across no Morocco any Norway for Asiaka and report on Saka and some Ezauzoli eko praye Demetri Abranche internal ligament injury na player no insert me woka na Demetri initial test across no almost say player one way na ajoba me say World Cup no because 3 to 4 weeks and Abranche no enso betina kwatena fi wabra ontimi emo matches enti Ezauzoli enum deyati ye twen and the final scan no so betina kwaso and the outcome and the doctors no and the Moroccan doctors no enso betimi dia ba near the fate of Ezauzoli obetima ko babi and as ontimi initial test na there suggest the player no e say World Cup no enum reporter ba ye the some emamo enso dwumade no se na no pay mame Abranche France Christian that's the way Christian Eriksen na ye nim command pe enra Denmark and Ukraine game no obama nwie Jumadi no enso timi ehase ema edruba bi ni abo 2-1 na se Denmark lead Ukraine 2-1 Nemum game no empenfo enso holti game no upon na consultations and omo cancel game the ntimi anto so gina no because of Christian Eriksen obakai se emre bi Euros ekọ so ema Eriksen enya the same problem okra say eto park no so ema that time doctors no omo swift at defibrillators and ya the make sure say boy no omo san so atimi resurrect no mame fan to gas enra the akoba say Denmark Ukraine match no ye game na around 62nd minute who say Christian Eriksen again or sounds like from so doctors no Russia branch and etimi SAV no the agents oko Ukraine am na so pim Denmark doctor no area about to get branch and conscious Christian Eriksen no answer to no na enram Ukraine and Denmark players no Mami Ukraine and Denmark plus Embra ebe told you say play another form no omo make sure some cameras and so entimi capture branch no diachim and so omo gentoma any at ekova branch friends Eriksen Emra no just omo dey to stretch so a ye dey free park no so no both Denmark and after Ukraine omo players and omo cover Christian Eriksen and he said omo dey record oye why wontimi enhu player no oye phone said dey wontimi en capture moment branch and so that stretch and so no yemo two teams na so Ukraine players no so na Denmark omo players no wom cover player no e make sure say obi entimi capture that moment no and detia ye the one some wom YouTube wom Facebook no wom say branch no and ya cover na omo dey content no and branch friends Eriksen radio and kayan chance and name good news and say branch no say nani enso atimiate or back to life and Christian Eriksen and the one some no yet Emamum and so so Bianco England camp because Arsenal players no and so drew Saturday. Namidi to just England train last 4 players one so camp Declan Rice Eberech Eze Bukayo Saka Noni Madueke Benoka say and Ram and a players no and so drew Declan Aqua drew Abranche France Eze Aqua drew Bukayo Saka Aqua drew Noni Madueke one and so drew all players are Amokobo a Champions League final and team that England handlers no and one a time off Omo a 1 week say Omo fan relaxing Omo says Omo na our camp and Rantano and our Omo yet Emamo and so what you say and no time no Yehu Abranche friends Morgan Rogers Oni Eberech Eze Mami Morgan Rogers Oye club friends Aston Villa player Ope boys abeto just Arsenal airport na Abranche we ni din our silence so na German circle and it's a boy no ekodru no Ekoya Morgan Rogers fast welcome Eberech Eze just all friend my boy and nkofo reading minutes say M7 England camp no say Arsenal players no Asha CM agents adwuma no Amasha share convince Morgan Rogers epesa akwadaro join Arsenal team because player we Diamant and Morgan Rogers enya join Arsenal team na Abranche France Martin Odegaard Arsenal for better kwai ama Odegaard enso atimiako enum Diamant Eze and all super agent England camp or so better Morgan Rogers Diamant Arsenal Diamant and it's a sad deal on ebetia cost Arsenal no less than 100 million pounds. How many told Declan Rice? I didn't free West Ham United, Demete, and it's Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa, and so much around the same figure. And later, Saba, the son, some else I did to ya. Mammy, Abranche friend said Jude Bellingham. Now, Unsa and Ram, and a bit of your say, coach, your friend said Thomas Tuchel. Choosing the vice captain, Sokomas England able game. Nabi because see na Abranche friends Hurricane and so entmin to us a player Ojana Park and so and also captain England no Declan Rice. Na ebe told us a manager need converse ono enye and anasano and we best to never know the kaka and maybe best last year baby and we catch Abranche friends and Declan so ono and the vice captain and Tinoni Jude and April akakodi Declan in some Mame fa we enter say Jude Bellingham and German Tennessee say Thomas Tuchel akatre Jude say onyere the home yes and they were catch Jude Bellingham say I was opeja the money moment because Edinburgh England national team no wa miss matches in the absence no obi to say Morgan Rogers any players now can be omaya adwuma pa say Jude person when starting lineup lemura just oye hard work just oyere no din I just said, "Me Jude, me na mebo." Into my off no ba me na me sabe started that be yes coach na catch Jude say onyere no no make sure so obenya aye starting lineup no mu enso awra eno aye Thomas Tuchel any Jude Bellingham e hon komo any emamo enso wodwumade no so na yenko aye Kansas City ho and England national team enso ebesi so say security the maintenance England for no one air call for aye security upgrade one air call for tight aye security because no report aye and it's a shooting incident to be SCA our Kansas City and so ama enipa enkono enipa nine woman na omo ye injured yes baby incident this year no meters away from England omo come base war say at England for no and so qualify for tight security and omo campaign every report amenya ya there some mo and so jumadu say England open a country back omo security ever World Cup England because of incident I see in Rano your sister omo person mu beef up security and so omo camp and a report and so toja ya there some mo and so jumadu say no pay and na Bosnia qualify for a FIFA World Cup no only Bosnia supporters about Drew America na Christian Alban only yasi oko Bosnia and kita the world largest coffee pot na say adia de coffee egum no Kasia pay what we are seeing our Bosnia na fly pot no coffee pot no fly free Bosnia about America na Bosnia supporters no much as here serve with coffee almost pot no ebetumi afele over 8,000 cups the pot no ni about America free Bosnia PM America so no Bosnia supporters no oba ukuta cup no bebu coffee no abo ukuta cup no bebu coffee no abo way say Ghana had the see ya enka for breakfast hana be unsen kofo akoto bread and say they better nten enya kama wu enche bia na osamo safele over 8,000 cups and asa pot way eno enso betia fele eno report eba ya dey some munti Bosnia for national show enjoy enso America eno tie na France place for mommy because enano me beka to say France omomon Emmanuel Macron ekosro place no come Clemfontaine kono obutwa group photo na sa group photo no abrante friends Ryan Shaki already post na Queen fast oppose here etwa picture no na funny eno na no France players no William Saliba no abrante friends Chouameni Ibrahima Konate Mbappe Jules Kunde any boys na kano ena omo esre Ryan Shaki sawu unim phototwa say France omo camp for the ehronko a na nsem be yi Michael Olise kwa mo de faso to Marco say Turam ekoye Michael Olise ne rituals na waye pitch no before kick off no de na for grass so omo ye Abrante France Ryan Shaki say no o say was here wobuni musa ena wakwa ne nsa ena omo de esre ne say o wudi phototwa ye twa pictures say ena okoye enum de akwa ye de wonsam mu wodwumede so na Christian we de Nelson ka wonya bi Facebook na bi because Jamaica say Colombia for you see oko Colombia obusi we Colombia female entrepreneurs omo enso alande America me so wa onye ntweme just on Facebook and say YouTube na tweme ho na ko mama wana omo nso touch down America omo US out so mo free Colombia na we am sure say boys no area no we pa we ladies from Colombia straight almost Colombian female entrepreneurs na minim entrepreneurs mo ya almost about do World Cup na just and so many special mention and so land touch down US of A for World Cup no team minim Ghana for na mo free no na just mo make sure somebody connected with some entrepreneurs way because we know intention mo sanya World Cup and obekwa menya sure sap no better share mo enso mo antene eno said the hunsam esietentu mo ma no se obe Colombia entrepreneurs omo so be pie mo World Cup na so mo so ba beboa ama World Cup no enso tima ya kama omo dress fine and omo so be touch down omo be lande for FIFA World Cup no no dia ye de hunsam mo enso wodwumode se na no pay ma me fa we ento anum sem dia ma me abrantia your friend say Cristiano Ronaldo Leo Messi and Neymar because I know and a poly market for as a person will be sir don't want to want say top players mean say obianim say the last World Cup also the 3 players no Ronaldo airborne the last World Cup at Portugal Sancho and Messi airborne the last World Cup at Argentina Neymar airborne the last World Cup at Brazil and the poly market almost say able say why and I feel send the team and so bet me do actually pa when of so bet me carry the team at the aquature Sabia one drew semi-finals drew finals why na office the team enso bedu achenti wey eye question na eye poly market omunso bisa unsa results e ba no 41% HSL Messi team ene be kwa achiri pa 38% eye Cristiano Ronaldo ne team ebe kwa achiri ena eye 26% enso akọ Ediama Neymar Dos Santos Junior Sanema ene Brazil enso akọ the chances no eye 26% eno eye reporter minya ye the on some mamo ewo dwumade no so Jordan Pickford eye goalkeeper edema Everton ono ene shire number 1 edema England eye national team no Uramu ewo Juventus amabeka to say Juve epe goalkeeper initially na Liverpool Alisson Becker and no mope makachos Alisson Becker Liverpool for say amuntiase ne entiase china ema goalkeeper no enko and now no ka say demate and say Jordan Pickford yes oma ofano e dem Juventus e intermediary no enti say Juve for ebepe Jordan Pickford omuluku sharp after a World Cup no ne also mawie for a Jordan Pickford enu aye demate mame fa we entiase enu Fenerbahce and so your presidential elections mame fa we entiase opanyina your friends Aziz eye Yelderim onu anu mato abasa de no as a president edema Fenerbahce mo club no tinra said na madu for the aircon no duachem ene se eye Fenerbahce abato no ekoso na me baka cho so panyina your friends Hakan aye Safi wanu ebedin komo promise aye ni team na so promise aye mo kwa kwato ba say all players onu mo nyina edin komo awie just after elections so mo to ba de ma no e ma ne be president or the sanko for nyina enso ba de bom enya de sa abato no ne nsakran aye Aziz ena winning elections no Unisam Hakan Safi Ekoka Chenkofo de sem so mo to ba de ma na or the Louis Suarez ebeba or the Mason Greenwood ebeba or the Hakan Chanoglu ebeba or the Meji Adasa branch friends and Mary Demara or the South players in Enso Baba Aya Fenerbahce Emma Saturday Bekato Mason Greenwood Enso Equal like him a website or publish or reference Hakan Safi in the story set on the Mason Greenwood Edin Komawi Mason Greenwood just on Enso like sa post no and opinion and winning lessons just Mason Greenwood Enti Emma Minya report and yes oko Saudi Arabia Al Hilal club no prepare a bid of 120 million euros for a Mason Greenwood. It is a Fenerbahce deal no enti go through because the candidate enya a Hilal for no eso pay a Mason Greenwood fanemra enum Demetia ye the one some mamu enso dwumade no say mame a Florentino Perez any ora friends Enrique Ayerikami and non penform anyway and na Madrid socials no to mo so abahwan and na president Edema Madrid club no na unsa after elections no dem Uram ewa Madrid newspapers no aye post de buy no before see elections no aye call for na say aye there 64.919% call for Florentino Perez 35.881% and an call for other friends aye Riquelme Mars of what you know almost na 65.9% call for aye Florentino Perez 34.05% call for aye Riquelme and a Dario 66% for Florentino Perez and a 34 for other friends at Rayo Riquelme. We are not just opinion friends at Florentino Perez. One and a Madrid socials no answer to by the man is on your president and from a Real Madrid club. And just say the presidency ever ran until 2030. Not just or completed 2030 no crowd. More decided on Kojima or by a president for Madrid 27 years. In the first coming and in the second coming no Florentino Perez a president for Madrid 27 years and I saw completely I had a mandate to see we are and we report I mean ya don't some mamu watch more than a sinner Mammy Florentino Perez Emra no kuta UEFA Champions League title no penny say the fight for 16 Champions League no started and we are bana and was a Madrid started fight for the 16th Champions League trophy and the Don Florentino Perez name someone announced to after elections no and a reporter kwaku say na our friends Enrique Riquelme no na or your good opponent at the mouth Florentino Perez ebien anwa or say onimo bia your friend said you know sa aye Enrique Riquelme ne yenim no ono Florentino Perez no onim no na enim ne chena enum demenseka say demetano say na Jose Mourinho announcement no ebe free Madrid aso ye enswet yaba after say elections no mawie no Jose Mourinho confirmation and suba from Madrid and Florentino Perez nankasa e confirm yes e Jose Mourinho and a the next coach Edema Real Madrid ye twen e club nankasa one statement and us e Jose e twen say no ya no obesta say you Jose e wo GDS and adwuma we e 2 weeks ago and announcement and so because of side elections no Jose as a 2 weeks no I go waste just onimre only time or train a confirmation or a starting yape or starting juma as a coach at the Real Madrid team no and your penny friends Jose Mourinho my friends coach and friends Didier Deschamps na Didier Deschamps and Kobisa say what is our crowd friends Michael Olise yes at Madrid for 150 million euros and ano Florentino Perez America Tuesday Obabede for a player bino ayokodana your friend Michael Olise between Madrid and Bayern when and was and say was a chronicle Didier Deschamps say sir aye Olise enim so be stay e Bayern and also be pray for a change akra no enim na osem fantiga so no ontimi nko fight Emma club bia enya right so no be ka Olise and stay with Bayern and also Olise and come Madrid in fact akra no as a player no onya akra o make decisions say the man ho enti ono onim baby obekọ bia no oye coach the national team one enso tanachi eno according to Didier Deschamps and this answer no one enso dia tuya o reference Jurgen Klopp enfo sani agent no openya friends mark ababe din komo sa Jurgen Klopp je chene to penye no oye happy e won Red Bull for adwuma onya radio so o free Red Bull enso akọ anything Nemum Jamaican is Oko Saudi Arabia. Yes, Ali Tiade for no. Oma approach Jurgen Klopp. She enye coach crown on peno. Oma ya technical director. No mess on us oversee. Omo transfer operations and from Tiade team no. And to what still omo go set the pressure. Edema Ora friends Jurgen Klopp sa omra. No ma ya technical director and from a club no. Opinion is agent. As opinion na just over coach anything bia eno I reporter ba ya the some emamu e wo dwumagene so Liverpool elusu abranche friends Ibrahima Konate why ena replace Ibrahima Konate me report so Liverpool consider a Sporting Lisbon amu defender na friends Goncalo Ignacio one Portuguese international or Portugal for camp yes one ena Liverpool consider so be a replacement edema Ibrahima Konate mreya Konate enso adwane Madrid team no enum reporter menseka mame Arsenal coach friends Mikel Arteta ye kase Arteta on holidays Malta na Arteta call Malta no and you say one football player your friend Matthew Portelli na Matthew Portelli or your player na yes opinion no ha Arteta only ne ho agrokro on fa Arteta AC form o tin se Mikel Arteta abadokrum Malta na uniam Russia yes baby Arteta wo bia no so ko no na empenfo so boaye Mumutimi locate Mikel Arteta Edema Matthew Portelli into Portelli akwakosia ne darling coach or reference Mikel Arteta okwosiano enso ewo Malta beach wo baby enji Arteta na to no Portelli ene gina wa wonom enso abone Arsenal Jesia okwosia Mikel Arteta enum said the hunsem titia yes mabu ewo dwodero so mamemfa we ento so Robin van Persie na me no ka say final form enya the statement ababontene almost say the start of 2026-2027 almost the new coach and so baba nature say o reference Robin van Persie dia final for no amapam no omanya no apart ways omanta kwai ama van Persie and so free club no eko enom news free Holland and so ever Diamantine said the next coach of final for no panel meanya report say omoram for Oliver Glasner yesiene omo edin komo ewo omo listeners no the top air candidates no opinion friends Oliver Glasner and a final episode omo deneba ebe coach omo clown of the say omo pamo van Persie eno Demete Darwin Núñez minya report and say Darwin Núñez yes so requested for mutual termination of contract ewo Al Hilal yes name Anastot acquire opinion no and some Darwin Núñez enya Liverpool be san so returning menya report say yes so ogidie say ora your friends Alonso ebe man and say opinion your friends eno the new coach on also to about no Iriola ebe man no chance into a percent omo terminating a contract ewo Al Hilal no returning to Liverpool for another opportunity eno Darwin Núñez report amenya ya don some ebe mo ewo dwumagene sanopay Mamin fa we enter ya se Marcus Rashford. Say Rashford demate on some abedin komasa ba mun chintim no aba se abo pe Marcus Rashford demate ne and some yesi ni sika na Manchester for pe no sa 34.5 million pounds no yesi Bayern for no amo ye ready so metua sika na mum player no ni wages no sa 300,000 pounds na waje no eno mo so wonte so wateso a club na friends Bayern ebe fa Marcus Rashford enso de nako eno demate Danny Cavani and Madrid for every many reports so Como team no Fabregas any team no about qualify for UEFA Champions League. Diamante is a Fabregas Danny Cavani or the new Koboli 2 Como and on a reporter in Circa Manchester City and so Abapuni Everton Omo striker and as Omo branch France Eleman in Jai a Senegalese international Diamante and it's a Man City team no as in Jai and so the number a City. AC Milan, our branch friends and Mike Mignon or your goalkeeper. So say Mignon, your sister, your dream so better our Premier League, no, and you're alive. And now we know because Chelsea, Diamante is a Chelsea for no way up, and your potential transfer for that French international. Chelsea for Mike Mignon, can you buy the cry? And I report I'm in second, no. So say Mayor Mark Kukuyara, Abatna, a Chelsea, and also because Barca deal no answer by and now no Casabana reports a Manchester United. Yes, United for the Champions League, no. Our person day a Kukuara ever can look short home. A Manchester United and in Manchester a Kukuara and for Chelsea and a Jamati Henrik a Mkhitaryan. Many report and Obenya standing the contract. Robert say 1 more year. Ediama Inter Milan. Nemum Nisikano or better salary so wa agree. On it, no, and so agree. Yes, 2 weeks ago, I don't agree. Until for World Cup, no, Mkhitaryan, ebe extending the contract, and so Ediama Klaba, they're from Inter Milan, and Demeti. Mamin Fawi enter as a Juventus, owns Amalusu, a Dusan Vlahovic, and was a striker for forever. Alexander Solot, a striker, Edemam, a club from Atletico Madrid. Many reports, a club from Juve for. Say Omo Resometi finalize pushy Atletico Madrid for Alexander Solot and Demate. Yes, Jose Mourinho, Akache Aurelian Chouameni. Any teams I won't pay Chouameni in us will be stay back. Yes, Jose Mourinho and say Chouameni. Anton Obeyusu Chouameni a Madrid a team Chavranchano and Nadia Sombetono Amon so Akotimbia and Demate. Mamin Fawi Emma Enchato Real Sociedad. Many reports almost so knock our Madrid a doors almost a striker na your friends a Gonzalo Garcia almost a sa player no onse Gonzalo Garcia we catch us Dortmund for and swapper and now no can say Sociedad for no and swapie. Many reports on your Madrid for no ever consider a Sociedad because our player no stay and so a league nemo eno ayati amatia yeze wonsan eba mo ewo dwumadwuno se wo tiemene na oye Facebook administrator woye WhatsApp group bi administrator Telegram and our group our administrator now one members edru 1,000 am sure message we kwadi ama me ma wo number bi phrase say gaming and lottery opportunity bi na apie di ama sam oye WhatsApp group bi administrator Facebook group bi administrator Telegram now one members 1,000 for number we say akwanya adiama we yomo and maybe pron adia cho say 0242 046 285 0242 046 285. About push number ni say nanem telephone ni ko because ye wo deal so nko a ye de ema me so ye company bi mo amobotire ene mo amoyitire and we hear shop no ewo patase around patase opposite wacha branch and say wo teme na wonim trebo onim obi wonim trebo ananse wonim obi onim tre ya manim fresh sound number we say free accommodation be abedan free 0541 401 757 0541 401 757. About your man first number is there. One so first number is here. Ubenya Juma Enswaye. Yet on 5-bedroom finished a house. Ewa Chronum Red Park. Adonko and as Angel Industrial Company Limited. Echuape and a 5-bedroom sayes ye no edino enso esie. Sao Pasawata 0545 388 553 0545 388 553. Not wafre. company bi so per workers any oma ye adwuma wo so mo per store managers enipa 3 also kuta HND anasa higher degree omo per store attendants enu so nipa 3 SHS graduate omo per warehouse workers enipa 3 SHS graduate and a cleaner omo per back oba eno mu hia so obetia ye adwuma na so pese wo ya oba friend 0267 000 003 0267 000 na wafre a company to say Pepsodent SA what the new one crowd by your friend do the two you can't do the two nature say oh brush no pa no brush anumra okwakoda with a Pepsodent because of my joint no obi akoto toothpaste or say up Pepsodent because I know and a papa choose no pa na choose anumra eboa e ma onum enso ya kama se no enso agina so ye pa a Pepsodent do the two brush in the morning brush in the evening and on air the also Obstacle Enterprise for obi a oya building projects now we hear tiles set floor tiles we hear wall tiles open tiles for living room family area or bedroom sanso na kitchen afi o hall and some ya bia washroom ni nyina no also Obstacle Enterprise for mo and ye cut tiles ton papa tiles from air trifort and Mikasa tiles different colors different designs different shapes different air sizes no for Obstacle Enterprise one more branches our tunnel so opposite air palace no ebio adum ejaba adjacent ejaba jewelry sounds and adum opposite post office no and the third one a wardroom so as omo champagne na infio and Brepo Junction opposite county hospital 0244 458 542 0244 458 542 now the Obstacle Enterprise for any encomo Africa Logistics Adama makacho sem o bia otonema from China Edeba Ghana Africa Logistics omo and a best pay dia ma omo groupie small parcels what I say small packages normal groupie ebo ema wutimi service ka omo full containers dedicated FCL shipping sounds and a door to door omo pick up our China no more deliver our Ghana dia ma fast clearance hassle free customs clearance our Tema port and also Africa Logistics and shipping services for say Ombaya dem omo 2 warehouses our China you any Guangzhou and Ghana so Tema and afi kuma so line no e sound so WhatsApp line 0536 735 393 0536 735 393 now the Africa Logistics for and so into any nkoma kama na bibia enkoso ye emfa e mama daroma any the first batch no and so the abamen kwa bia for me na fi second batch no ye be saba be yini nyina and so the format ansa na mama Christian abemu no mamen ko say like say chawo mattress any hu se nipa bonefo bi enam chroma any inferior materials substandard enru de Ghana Standard Authority Erica de ye mattress say de maye udine bonafu na se ne bona efunachi na ukoto a yese offer the folder what is eka aya the folder na offer e de yare bebro o da relax ba obeda sorry no wabre obeda sorry na hunam nyina tutu because omun use ne ma papa ena mfanya mattress no nemu sa woto latest from there eno de over 60 years in na ogwase agro sir company ba ko general over 60 years na so wadwuma na omoye no eye adwuma to se edimu we mo ba ya eye papa ntino on say pa omo a ye yin free system nemo je latest from say so kuma snap person from ba eye 0322 029 365 0322 029 365 eye craft one so be free 0302 231 155 0302 231 155 nano enkasa omo showrooms ne so de those baby e wo kroma se bora ho na kwaji latest from your partner for life Sir Christian
Yandi
yamon komo kakra
me da se na abranje feni Christian Eriksen ebe ya bo no nya bo de obenya football mu ene de ono so betimi de ama football bia no andi o de ama football awie de ono so benya free football mu no wanya awie onye football a afi na wo siso a obeka se football no onya ahwemfiri mu na obia ni hono mu a only few people in a life am second chance life am my first chance now mess up one shot second chance ma the next time a second chance ibano and in the wuko now yes is why the ball but say there was this Nigerian footballer Samuel Okwaraji back in 1990 in a World Cup qualifier, and a Samuel Okwaraji a collapse here park so Andy yen komra na brante ne wu e park so and chakra ya de ni every fiasem okaya 2017 and an Ivory Coast for player Sheikh Tioti. I think say he played for Newcastle in the Premier League. And free Premier League no more. No see a kind or China. And quite a nanya match. Omo ye training. And a Sheikh Tioti e collapse ye. Andy and no suyanko yenkomra Sheikh Tioti no 2007 year. And in Spain Antonio A. Puerta. I know see a kind of Sevilla. And the onusu collapse here park so yenkomra na Africa say the biggest hit of cardiac arrest or park so a hit Africa 2003 Mark Vivian Foy na FIFA Confederations Cup and a park so a brand any collapse here. Andy yentra ase betimi asade na bank komu biem no ye ne bae ho so no na Mark Vivian Foy Andy wa free mu Ghana for enya your own version of this story so kai Rafael Jamina Rafael Jamina in 2023 Asia kan Albania in Albanian league Rafael bobo sa no so collapse here Andy otwahwe ye Rafael Jamina yenkomra na Rafael Jamina enso atimi afrim na obiampe wanko kanu interview bi a oyeye about time na ofri Ayas eba Inter Milan no onum se footballer bia e make move oya medicals abrante friend wanko kanu ye the medicals abrada Inter Milan try so mbeto no and a medicals no revealing say Andy or heart related issue sabre no na Inter Milan every option said Dina or the man no e come be cancel because once our failing medical bia no the club now auto no and you oni she say so auto because medicals na wo ye and send it imagine so auto no and you failing you need several clubs and several footballers omo move because of fairly medicals. But the then Inter Milan air president Massimo A. Moratti eka say even though say in one Kanu a fairly medicals no still no he was going to bet and risk on Abrantia your friend in one Kanu a true heart a open heart surgery our America Ohio so utie one Kanu was in Yama mienu as the day kai and he believe in Jesus Christ, that is why he's alive. The atosu mienu asida o de Massimo A. Moratti not only any obligation say obetimi pay for the side operation okoye no. But Massimo Moratti si da bi abrante no oye mi play ade afa na me to no me ye medicals no ma hu say or heart related issue kasi ye operation akorete a sika ehia se betimi esa operation no wan hwada wan kokano enya Massimo Moratti decided say Andy obe fund sa two operations na wan kokano eyeye no in wan kokano yeye no Andy he was able to come back to the game and played for Inter Milan. But the Italian Football Federation and the Italian Air Health Ministry alongside the Italian Olympic Committee are passing a decree say player bia ubenya heart related issue I say ye implant bibi wo sa akomanim no untimi nsia kan wo Italy
pass bia
daddy so what issue with the heart na say koye surgery near the adibi she wakomanim a anto say be yi sa de free wakomanim ama akoma no etimi aye adwuma normally no and nya de betimi asia kan e wo the Italian asase so and nya football nko an wo ye athlete wo ye boxer wo ye whatever sports bia wo ye bia no so konya heart related issue now say ye operation ade device bi sia sa akoma nim ansa na akoma na timi ayadwuma anti wuntimi nsi akan e wo Italy now we are samra no onim de asi death related to a cardiac arrest and a sudden heart failure no a reduce from over 3% to a little over 1%.
See, one more here on Facebook and YouTube, no. Over some of the images are near the Christian Eka, no idea, Shakumana.
Maybe Eriksen the other so. Eriksen, Eriksen, Tamunya the first cardiac arrest, no, see, I can't mind Inter Milan.
Yeah.
The entire one to go back to Italy was that Sam Rano area. Yeah. So now Inter Milan any other option. Say some releasing because once I saw implantation, I want to come muno on Timmy Siakan away Italy. Andy, a Brenton Siakan ama yas. He has played for Tottenham Hotspur. Was he a kind Edema Inter Milan? Was he a kind Edema Brentford? On say free Inter Milan na onya
about Manchester Zukakra.
Free Brentford and about Manchester United. The entire free Inter Milan. Oh, Euro 2020 no. I think that was a game between Denmark and Finland.
Finland, yeah.
And onya sa cardiac arrest no. And on that day no. Obia no ohwe game no. Even supporters were emotionally affected.
Yeah.
Onum say Finland players no. Only came back to the pitch about 2 game no so after so mo tesa brand no about back to life.
Yeah.
And Denmark for Finland for now. Normally Denmark for airborne no were so emotionally affected. So one tesa a brand feno Eriksen. Ne ho atono back to life. No se born and you want to aso. You have played for years, you have played for Tottenham Hotspur. What's your kind of man Inter Milan? What's your kind of man Brentford? What's your kind of man Manchester United? And now you can say, and you see a kind Edema Wolfsburg. Nadia Nessie. Yeah, bought Euro 2020. And I brand you Chahe. Andy, I brand you Chahe no. Na cardiac arrest. I dear boy brand Telemani Tim Commune. Eh, baby, I know see a kind. Any medicine are available. And say be a gun her baby. And I bring in your situation now. A be uncontiasi. Because at that point, you need a more extremely medical expert to be able to handle such situations. Now, a commander a good point the man, a Juma commander one of the organs in the body and the enhome. A commander Jumane say and pumping moja to all parts of the body. The body no, the body needs blood. Every part of your body is here moja. It is a osha. And for the young Pondia command to ye. Ose osoro. I don't know if I go from. Eka ebenja more pressure to pump the blood from say from Eribasoro. But I was no a pumping moja at the bad down and the here more gravitational force to be able to do that. Na so ni mo sa kumano eja adwuma ya permanent damage to the brain within 3 to 4 minutes. So akuma ya adwuma yi se sizi se anya adwuma bi mu a permanent damage to the brain within 3 to 4 minutes. Within 3 to 4 minutes si antimi afa akuma no ama back to life ama na anya adwuma acha 4 minutes wadwen permanent and they say
okay. Eti Abrante Feno Eriksen enya sa cardiac arrest in the Euro 2020 no 2022 and we call Ohio in US ekwa sa surgery na Andy omode adibi ahye na komam device omse freno implantable cardioverter defibrillator and omde my image ma trend omo planting wo yo adibe friend collarbone odon safa on se kasebe wa see biologically friend clavicle. Okay. Clavicle na se no e no me sa machine she e no ma connect machine to the heart rechargeable. It is powered by a battery shim say yeah adwuma sa eno and monitor the rhythm of the heart trigger shock ekoya command ho adwuma sa di we dumu a one shot brand any betime twahwe and the yentimi san fa ma back to life biem we se na koma ho
and akoma no ho de it is under the clavicle but it is also a diagram now connection now you connected to the heart and monitor how the heart beat.
Clavicle Christian ke ukum kase no
normally
ukum kase no
na ho yi uti so ka ba kuku no no and the friend clavicle ase
eno mo de machine she ya Facebook na de hu machine I say o man say airport ketu amisa ena cable ashim ena o mo de afa ho aba be ka akoma no
nti de na ye eno na monitor the rhythm of the heart tiene tambia na be hu say heart no ABT ana unse your oko hospital near check your BP BP no unse ba ko yesoro 120/80 120 your normal 80 no 120 no and wasro no check the pressure of the heart when it is pumping I said no check the pressure of the heart when the heart is resting it must be within a range say machine na edana kuma ho no who's a heart no abnormally whether it is too high and now too low below our range now and automatically na machine no ascend the electric as a shock what I say na ko shock ya kuma no na ma kuma no ayadwuma yi sad we na sha branti akuma ho ade anko na Eriksen free bo mu an sankan
obi bisa o Facebook jado wo de kate of obi ka
o ade anko na Eriksen football mu a ne sankan
ana bo na na ope
daddy but untimi no bibia more than your life
yeah so
nothing should be secondary to your life ade ehu hia ansa na otimi aye bibia ade your friend nkwa your friend life when you are not alive you are not valuable so ni ma de bi ye andi adwuma ye ade ebe wo ye betimi aye
dabi
etimi se me yare ana bibisi na se me ko hospital na se me je adwuma we ho eco hospital I'll go to the hospital first because my health comes first before this job that can let you even do that ada me wo no ade antino obi adwuma be 3 days adwuma we will mourn you because bia we are invaluable to this company but how long can they mourn you 3 days life must go on the company must go on it in actual crown 2-3 days later you must be replaced and you will be replaced it's a branch friend Eriksen life I'm on first chance second chance the man and say he was able to walk off the field the entire team walking off the field was because of some machine what if one day machine was made by man one day this machine failed
battery no ko
na me kwara mpese me bisa almost say eden dey charge battery
me kwara wo na kan wasa kan bebuza
say ma nya research na nru hono but me hwe na no I'll find out how it will recharge this battery no
so ko yi no mo charge
ada battery ni bewu na akoma no hu ba asem a how are you going to survive anya first time ni second time ni maybe for the third time no onya lucky their players are younger than Eriksen but they retired adentra How old was Hazard when he retired from football? Hazard was 32 years. But on checking the body, no, or realizing that even though say Abia or talent, obetimi asiakan, but when the body na, or tries or bobo na, he may go against his body, and one day, Ojina Park and so and wato. You know, Andy, me say, esisana obia emotionally affected.
Yeah.
And no me share game no me share highlight no players na on one can say teammate any opponent no normal bono any supporters all park no so no o se mu ja game no bo supporters all park no so no everybody was emotionally affected
mama fa we say nka Kwakula Bia send a contribution na question na nyere bisa say Andy, another name for the device is called Peacemaker. The battery is charged every 10 years. Once a while you need to go see your doctor to make sure the Peacemaker is working normally and within range.
A be the shana kuma hono.
So much charging 10 years.
10 years. But 10 years, you know, said the Kwakula Bia no. Or say every often be out my doctor no say machine here juma. Machine no act as policeman to the heart. Say heart need this means hunu bia na send the electrical shock na pump heart no na ma life no back to life. Me say akomano is so crucial that and on there unse so circulation circulation the heart the blood and the blood vessels. Heart in the part no pump blood. But blood in the mean fan. A quina blood in the mono and a friend blood vessels. What I say? And it's no sacoman pumping mujana. Blood vessels will cry useless. Because a command and a dimujano, ever for the blood vessels. A command on a dimujaneko. Now every part of Robert, in fact, only say or party be a nyamboja, the cells begin to die within 1 second because cells in here have oxygen. Oxygen, no, one of these are oxygen come cells no. Mojano. It's the mojano na commanded echo. Every part of your body will need that blood, it will need that oxygen, and a blood also and for oxygen one echo. And the near what they are digested. Our body no will need to distribute it to all part of the body. No, it is transported or transmitted in the body through air, the blood. It's in a commandant pumping moja. Maso, there are certain cells are within 1 minute they begin to die. Maximum akumano eje jumaye. Na yentimia makumano amba back to life. What me survive the longest 4 minutes. The longest you can survive without the heart beating 4 minutes. And one more first warning. Second warning twice no. Me who say brand no Christian Eriksen bobola. Game a obobiano major game because I won't be allow myself to be put into such emotional trauma again. Ebia wunye nipa and obia ye nipa obia ohwebo obiano ebia wunye related to him.
Yeah.
But was the first time now you air Mark Vivian Fodie no and the camera capture a capture and the shellers is a film. Oh, the we are Mark Vivian Fo who ye none ni camera capture no the we are no film no. It was so painful to watch. That is why these days BB says yeah no matter I'm say obi abetimi ahwe and you don't put your supporters, your family, your friends, any the football family in this trauma. Football no why 34 years do benya wanya wi do the mama football or the football wi enough is enough.
Oswald, I say sports and science that Joe or say Christian today you are Ajekun Francis your boy Gerard Aqua or say Eriksen must retire and Kwesi culture say sports mu biology say Christian you do all and ono and so diaba Adoko Emmanuel say Jamina was want to quit playing but he insisted till he died on the pitch. Real Russ, I say the battery is not rechargeable. It has a lifespan, and when it expires, it needs to be replaced. That's it for this contribution. Kenba will say, Christian, the Yabua Ajekun Francis. Dennis Odro Nyako say, we the United fans wish him a quick recovery. And Bonsu Charles will say, Ali, I'll say, Dr. Christian Kofanochi is waiting for you. And so, Nedia or Diabarno. Maxwell.
Yeah, Andy. Maybe I will call there. So we can now see a World Cup and I'll see the attention. And Eriksen, so many crazy arguments. Eriksen on Jai. Suppose back they've been relegated even, if I'm right. So what I JT one. And yeah, what I JT, but Christian Eriksen, so Jai, such a good player. That man about Tottenham, so kind. Kai, or football, our boy. And a Manchester way could do my quaja.
There's a very pacemaker.
Okay.
Pacemaker. They are
implantable cardioverter defibrillator.
I was the other name for pacemaker. Okay. Max,
okay, into Yemche World Cup. Andy, World Cup we are special because the first World Cup I host to 3 different countries. What I say. But okay, cosmetic. I didn't answer the United States of America. They host to my dear. Almost that Canada. Your friends in Mexico, rem. But one thing is certain, here World Cups are called North America. Also Mexico hosted World Cup twice. Alright. And United States were hosting one. This is their second time host. Canada and hosting. But anytime the World Cup goes to North America, I am not oftentimes in a South American team that edgy. And this is what I say. If I'm right, in 1970, it was Argentina. All right. If I'm right. Then again, over 94, Brazil, Nigeria, and Ameboa. And in 1986, it was Mexico. It was the last time your friend is saying, Mexico hosted, I think Brazil won. And Argentina won 86 through Maradona. What's here? And in 1994, Brazil also won. It's a Brazil, Argentina, Brazil. So your guess is as good as mine. And I currently also a Brazil and Argentina team now. So be bet to me a general record bet to us. So I think Argentina for no a bit ahead of Brazil. But one thing is that Brazil so mind the World Cup we on equally on the longest period on Mokoya no Munje World Cup. They won it last time in 2002. Maybe any 2026. So that is giving them about 24 years ago. Into our mind, so more equally on a record. Entirely clearly speaking, this World Cup speaks a lot. But most often, the World Cup no so koha. Ayana Europeans and South Americans never final. Final the European South American. Of course, it is understandable. Obibeka says so one able no yenya all South America and yenya all Europeans or North America when the World Cup is hosted. That's what I want to push. But Makasa World Cup we me huno differently. They are me huno say me huno two sides. I don't see the World Cup on one area. One side me say a bit my the last dance. In the sense that Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Luka Modric now can ask him. And some other players might bring it to an end or national career. Even Neymar himself, me sure say Neymar the next World Cup it will be unlikely. Even Oba Africa across Sadio Mane, me sure say the next World Cup me name there, but likely say he might not go. Jordan's way. What I say? A host of players a bedding a retire because of that. Even Otamendi crown me sure so be Kobe. And because of that, and I heard a World Cup we acquired the last dance. The last dance in the sense that those players would like to make a mark. And what's my argument now say? If they are going to dominate the tournament, so the Ombe call out gracefully. And yes, also at this same World Cup, and also able to me aye the new dance. The new dance in the sense that the young players who are coming up will also take over this World Cup and tell the world that football is into a new era.
Okay.
So that is the competition we are going to have. Into here, what am I talking about? Memfa Mbappe does it belong to the old or the new? And I saw no Jinam Finfin. Oh, Mbappe old or no?
Onka last dance for also as Onka the new generation.
Oh, Jinam Finfin.
Mbappe still won the prime.
And the young guys are the new.
Also, no last World Cup is a another 2018, 2022.
Yeah.
And I never saw the new generation like Lami Yama. Yeah. The new generation.
Disadvantage is that one range a month for because Lami Yama and Sanala we are starting by lamplight edge. It's a Mefa Mapenka no dance. No, yes, no dance. It was already, I've told you long ago, months ago, say one player we should watch out for at the World Cup. Your friend say Mbappe one, Macatro, Lamine A2. Yeah. And all others ebe count. It is a Mbappe Lamine Mosu to many ebia Pedri mono more Marcano.
So Olise
do it money and this to me echo dance very well. Next almost what the World Cup in the free. OGs in them. And they are back me G's no.
Gen Z's.
I me from me G's.
OGs.
As my guy me G's.
Now who will you to
David come oh yeah, major icon.
Me
retire. So oh, they say how you coach. I tell you, sorry, 10 years I know about champion. And what I'm trying, Sana me who said World Cup we beko. Ain't the rivalry be back on me and certainly that is how it's gonna go. Because you were talking about Luka Modric, Cristiano Ronaldo, Waka Messi, and all these other players still they are playing very well. And they say new guys near Banum, Emfa World Cup, no moment that's also saying going forward, they are going to do it. If that's the case, my profile players be a debut bako kakra.
Okay.
It's in the mess start with Leo Messi. Ochina meba your friend is saying Lami Yamal because Messi Yamal they know a link. Maybe I'm a back Kylian Mbappe. There is also another link. Maybe I'm a real with Cristiano Ronaldo. Meaning so person may they look at Modric can one. But if you said those four no you can as a player be out they can will profile them. And your profile now how yet where this say they being yes our profile. We pure super iconic profile. Pure sports super iconic profile. I will say Messi A back World Cup golden booter waje twice. No player has done that. Golden ball best player at the World Cup waje twice. Player bianye. A back man of the match or World Cup waje 11. Player bianye. And even at the single World Cup no waje 5. Player bianye. Messi has said 13 goals. Players be braye. But say every round of the World Cup, from the group stage to the round of 16 to the quarter to the semi up to the final, be say go no. Messi penayo bianye. And the Messi were 22 goal contributions at the World Cup. Was 13 goal, no assist 9. 9 no assist. And also another record in the World Cup. Most assists. Obia enye. Messi na abo games be prepare World Cup. Go for instance, so player abo matches be prepare World Cup. Messi, and they were about 26. Out of the 26, you know, the minutes near 2,314. And then they say, who divide it by 26? Ubenya bear, let's say 80 or 81 minutes per game. Only because or start here and or mutu a substitute appearance and or ball back or 4. And also a record. And then for no sooner 26 matches now abonandi. Only player what captain team power work say player or ball World Cup or air captain. Messi na captain so many matches. That is also 18. Now, Odi are not too in going forward, what is Leo Messi expecting in this World Cup? Andy, the first thing they say, Messi per 4 goals. Now I outright top scorer in the history of the World Cup. So when you 4 no nya 3, Oba be joint top scorer at the World Cup. Ni a record. It's in going for Messi needs 4 goals when nya is nya 3. And that will also push him there. Now, so be top scorer all time or World Cup now. A feather in his cap, but that record, so to me, Andy, believe you me, enche Mbappe beseno and make sure the India. All say all FIFA competitions here, we are singing a club and country, no. Messi na top scorer 25. And all final games, club and country put together, Messi na top scorer 35, Pele 31, Cristiano Ronaldo 24, and then Neymar 21. Neymar, we don't respect him enough. But every aspect be out. If you say if Brazil cries, their top scorer will beat Pele money adingina. Now, Odi no tuncha. A bad top scoring award in football, domestic any international inano. A Messi na aje most. In time this or G World Cup top scorer kanwa. A be a feather in his cap. But hana the Emma Misuru ne say. Kylian Mbappe has 12 goals and a Messi has 13. So your guess is as good as mine. Say we be Messi last dance not or 10 cra. Sa World Cup we any the next World Cup clearly Mbappe be kubino. Those two Mbappe be to me say etumi dey beat Messi. And to score 10 at a single World Cup is also difficult. Messi highest was last season. Last World Cup was 7 and Mbappe scored 8. Into that record of Messi being the top scorer all time, what it means that Messi should score at least 4 goals to be outright. If that would be the case, Mbappe should not score 6. Because a Messi chef for Mbappe says 6 cry. Mbappe AI then or ya be too Messi. Meaning so what me analogy na say. Into that record Messi being the all-time top scorer no. Mbappe be say no. But at this World Cup no, there is possibility so obey to me. So when you obey to me a joint all-time and I say all-time outright. But it's still under trade by Kylian Mbappe. Now, also the last World Cup near quite Mbappe share hat-trick. It's only the second timer. Player be a share hat-trick at the final of the World Cup. The first time was in 1966. And the first time was 1966. Now, the entire me say World Cup win, so I heard Messi saw bought Lamine Yamal esu. Anyway, Messi first World Cup was in 2006, if I'm right. About 3 games: Mexico, the Netherlands, and Serbia and Montenegro. 3 games and they share 1 goal. Now Messi 1 goal is against 2 nations that because that time Serbia and Montenegro ne boom. And then CII then yachim. Meaning so what's my argument as here? Messi na age bang and no what they call World Cup, the first World Cup. It was 18 years, 358 days. 18 years, 358 days. 2 substitute appearance, 1 full-time, 1 start, and or share 1 goal. And the Lamine Yamal, Yamal. Age bang or they call the first World Cup? 18. Yeah. Only the enemy say 18 and let's say about 10 months or so. Into only a bit younger than Messi, but the same 18 bracket, and also they call the first World Cup. And at the ending in answer ACC, although they are young, but we still see them to be the future of the game. Anameboa. At the time they are making their first appearance to the World Cup, although they are young, but they have already arrived at the World Cup. We expect a lot from them. Although they are young, you will be forced to play them. You can't say you go to the World Cup and you not play them. You will play them. Now, say Lami Yamal in Spain and go for say February. Say Lami best start all matches now. I'm expecting Lami to score at least 2 goals and beat Messi's record. Meaning, so what's my argument now? Say at least 2 goals, obey beating Messi's record. So
Messi first
World Cup or say 1 goal.
Till Lami should 2
goals. And we now so age 18. Just the Lami 10 months and Messi your friend say Lamine, I think 10. Oh, Lamine a bit younger than me. Messi 18 years, 358 days. Okay. But Lamine the 18 years, I think 110 days. Yeah, that's what I have here. Until Lamine much younger. It is Abia Lamine who called this World Cup no boss things up. Messi a free one. Say Spain a to major dia. Then one word, the other say Lami records in BBT Messi the younger stage. But him say what's my argument because already at this stage he's won the Euro and he won all that. And clearly speaking, this is how the World Cup is going to span out. I think that Messi has a lot to prove, and because he's playing in America, terrain near familiar. So I think he's one of the players, Andy. May say to me a Peja World Cup with me. So what's na you better Lami and said I make a bet also Mbappe near Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mira say Maxwell na ACN and no the idea but main kind we see in relation to Christian Eriksen common na me ankasa menua YB Holland also first hand when it comes to sa adia na edi ho nkomo sa ICD no ne peace maker. Now this is what he said. I said there's a difference between the pacemaker and an ICD, that's the implantable cardioverted defibrillator. Yeah. And this is what he says. I'll say an ICD often includes pacemaker functions, but a standard pacemaker does not include defibrillator functions. And I'll say simplest explanation is a pacemaker helps a heart that beats too slowly, but an ICD protects against a heart rhythm that becomes dangerously fast or chaotic. A pacemaker does not treat cardiac arrest caused by ventricular fibrillations, but an ICD constantly monitors the heart. If it detects a life-threatening rhythm, it can try to correct the rhythm with rapid pacing or deliver a shock to restore a normal rhythm, just like you were explaining.
Christian Eriksen ICD and then Eriksen use which is much more advanced than the pacemaker na mo kan wan sem no, but and the nina say dey na oje free boom dey na oje free boom and sankan
many about pressures are texting me say on ICD DB.
Okay,
yeah, also Holland,
but so on mobile
Debbie
on mobile mami read kokula bi message or sending me privately in himself kokube onya say make a message we are or say okay maminka or say 10 na come musa 10 years from now when it was installed the battery will be replaced. After 10 years on be replace the battery
okay.
The device ranges between 70,000 to 120,000 Ghana cedis. The any board the air for cry 700 million. The any board of air also one so auto machine by operation so it ranges between 70,000 to 120,000 Ghana cedis. I know doctors who perform the surgery no I pay 65,000 Ghana cedis for the device, and the surgery was discounted too. In total, I paid 110,000 Ghana cedis for this device and then the surgery.
1.1 billion.
1.1 billion.
Nothing.
Yeah. Maming correction with 1 minute, 10 seconds. Na me can we Lamine age 18 years and 10 months. And a Messi DNA 18 years and 11 months.
Oh, okay.
And it's around the same corner. That is the right way, right?
Mate me da say ye be fie ni aba bedi enkomo e wo fie because Makacho said the sports minister visited so for Pedi Adusei for spiritual backings for the Black Stars. Na you betie nanu di 7 enkomo di 2 ja. Yes, the Black Stars are planning another friendly against Honduras behind closed doors friendly. But I don't permit me picking information. Someone has to give them as you see Honduras 1% back off from that game. But we will still come back and have that discussion. But just before that, may have this interview real quick. Na yemra po bide hon komo na ne edi bani si nso a e wo se ye chewie na hu ba bia obetu anamo akode a ya ne se yare etete o na jesi yanka na otu anamo na akọ ne se obi wanum nura ma oyi ne nura chance odi ampesie concussion said there because of the yare nti no nyansem ketwa but still won ne wano enu nti ene transisi ya ne akanfo bidimafo aso ye de ama hokwa ne the time atu yare ne so bene wa transi boy nkomo boko de
nyame adan romande
ye ni nkomo no peye ene de na wo de bre
Honduras for no gwa muntimi wo mo na mo meme yo ade se
Honduras dia says
muntimi wo mo na zo mo jai mo baby amasa afa no kra de munuru baby abusuafo ye kwa enim ye beton ye duru Medima Forever Hospital Dr. Time da so no pedi ewie ye de nchia ma obi bia doctor se wadaroma enkai boy wo ho na ye fambre tiefo nyina kire se mobile hospital no enenam edwa so efiefie mountain so entinyame ya adoma 22nd June kura ye duru so takrade na ho nyame ya adoma 22nd June no behu ye takrade more ye bie ye do no e wo honom de ka ne ne doctor says si wonom ane o ba mo ho beto biscuit na se ye cheche wonsa ahwe na wankwo biscuit na sanko because e bia na anam no na enioma enkoye e wo system nim nti takrade fo nyina takrade mo 22nd June afi Cape Coast so o se top paid event center opposite Chapel Square e ho nso ye 23rd nti e free takrade na ne de ani akire mu wo Cape Coast eno so ubehu ya sinfo su si Joes Plaza Hotel enkwan FM animu ho no ma 24th June busumi ya yewomu atina ria mobile hospital no edenam eni nkre be komuni ebobo so no mankasim enso ye All Souls Anglican Church 25th June ya eho ye wo ho na afi aguna so aduro enso eye town hall ho a ebebie yapono kese pa de twon obi asa agunafo nyina Medima Forever Hospital ya to amo mountain so eye 26th June eno so eho asem eno no na afi weniba ose osaje fokwadwo badu community center 27th June I just said the June no aberi na ka 3 days na asa ye we are next month July no ye be for fraud ye de abeto amo inti se wantimi anko poku asemayira enkran ya ye bata krade ne mpotemo a obetimi ahia wo ho ena afi wa amakuma se ya atwema ebu akwa agogo so a eno so ye de ato a wa abobo ano na afi takwa nso ho so wandru ho a ni nyina ho nhyehyɛ ne aye no Medimafo Herbal Hospital Dr. Tam da so ye ne mobile hospital no ye kabom di juma ye de nam a ye hwɛ se Ghana ni ba bia na odasani bia ne benya apomden fi se ye ka apomden abroni beka cho se eye too expensive se o ti usika akɔhwehwɛ oyade bia na sa akɔpɛ no aduro na wabra ko a wunya enti sabre ya ahoden kakra wo ho no bo ho ban na soso ano na di unkwa na me fi se nuane ni nsu ayenom of late no se wudi agora de beye nipadua no wanka seso ani na se okache yesi kumase ade de enya ajagale yenya ntu bi wa ha enti yafe ho adie me pacho ensuo enenam asase ase baabi a wo pɛ no wofa enti anya wanwa sese kotoba ira ese die epona no aye so 2 days wotone na etina ne etina chi wa no a obekwa akofa da fresh ubu mu ana chesa afọ pacha no akoto ato agu enwoma sententem so kanene na sa nwoma ne ntisa nti o ma gala no muntu o masa aseso no ensuo ni mu mercury ni mu ho ahwan sign na de ne de keka ho ne nam a air travel no na e fansa ase bia yeduaduane de anasa aduaba wo so ma yedie no e de ohaw ne amane e bre ye ntimi pacho sade atie bia no bo wapom ho apom den ho ban na nyame mo anatena se di nkwa na me vizo yi wani jeja nneoma mu a ebetimi amoato anana no monse edu ntimi dimafo se ye nkrapo manfa maso ye mprenu ye ntena hweche mu mfa ma mprenu yarefo yare ne odimafo eni mi dimafo eba hospital Dr. Time da so one na wo entatia case hu adura wo se yade ni so too much se beba mi dimafo aso ye na entimi ankro eju wo ho na infections a adokro wo no fabra mi dimafo ho de owo gonorrhea na se candidiasis chlamydia mo sa himfie ho se obe ma burning sensations discharges ahodo hs ahodo no wose saa de ne de uhu a chese symptoms wa hunu bi na de ye woni padua mu no ntimi fa wani ehunu ntimi dimafo se to america bra ne enye labs ahodo na ye nhwe ba bia yade ne free ne enso ano fa ma osisi ade kwankro ka ho bi obu a ne sisi no se de ekode cho ye ne su a enye ye ono ntimi ntena so ono so ntimi nyina ho ana midimafo se wadaroma eye boat and nut no sa cartilage na esisi ntintini nani anase nkasa nani mane boa wono na enyini nti emuari anase infections ni nro no basa enti no eye from nkasa ni echimana midimafo se entena onkrapoma midimafo se wadaroma brane fa time ni binto so se 30 minutes na anim se sisie no eno ne yede kɔ ye dada adwumadie so se me be ya me free ekromu na eba ha se yi no be hwe ni pedi atrantwie ye ne nantini nyina ye sisi so wona ete wote wo de so omom de ye adwuma biara no eye sisie no fi so obekɔ omu obekuto obe den owu sisi ne nka ho a entumi nye ntimidimafo se sisi ade ho nsam ne esimadu asa wo se wache ampa a obetene ntibramidimafo ho ena afe enkuda hodo a ye funu mu obi de ye duodenal ulcer obi de ye peptic ulcer obi de ye gastric ulcer osa ne said yes ibubodin no abusuafo enye desa yenwe anase yendi na eso mu ebesunson pa mo ayesa mo akoni yadu no midimafo se entnama osa brefo no enjo onkwana emmoso obu ane de no eso na chi kasa animu a na aso ne mfesa na asa aso ne boda bia ne bo ayereten odinuane bia burning sensations ahodo hard burns no ohuna mane doctor say nyina ye ntatia case on say ani subire ete so owo anemia wo ya anemic chese o moja no enye enough se betumi de wanante aye adwumaden enti dabia na ni subiri etel so abusua abrosan ye te so efia ase na ye tu sika gu monten so ne ye se empere nkofuru bia ankose bia de chese wo anemia yade na ha ho fisa untu 1-2 steps no na okoko no ebose kinkim baka so akoma ni yato midima force sa ha ni nyina no ha dwene bra ne fa time ni bi ento so abusuafo infections a eye nompe friend osteoarthritis osteoporosis no eye nompe bu a wuntimi fa wani hunu ba bibi kitwa bi ona kase ni mu abu a be ye onwanwa sa chese kase no ni mudro no lose magnesium a eboa ma won kase etimi ye fit no wo de no entumi nya sa entimi dima force menkancho say sa hawa mani abetena wo nompemu a won se poapon na dompe ne ewe ne dwe na ye wo ya no fabra midimafo eba hospital Dr. Time da so na abusuafo stroke nyudua ya de o se ebe bonkaye eye no kra yade bia ma all of a sudden net so eye nkakra na one pay attention to body system na e hawa bro inti nhwemu che se wona e wo hypertension high blood pressure kese pa na asiche yade ni stroke no eventually no just 1 after 10 and I say 2 ni di obetimi anya bintimi dima force men kan cho say e stroke na e bana titiriti yeta wo so moja ntimi ni afusani ye mazu pools ahodo da bia na nkwa na nsa cho na just wo bre woni paduanim wanim fana asa etiagu kasa ema ye intimate understanding ma midima force men kan cho say sa how ni nyina no fabra ne fa time ni binto so na watwe mienu that doctor emwa sa kwan so wo pressure bra ye nhwe wuntini no se emu na asisi umoja mu odura na ntini no srade adore na fa nipadua skin ne ho amna checha fa unti kwan hyeda nnamu sa nti moja ni ntimi penetrate midima force men kan cho say ni nyina no entete case nti wadaroma na watch mienu ye fa time ni bi nto so ye nhwe asitwe yade na ye manage sugar ne mawo sugar no wo de ye too low a ehu ena ekonanim so a eye dangerous nti de ahini biem na wo pese wugina nti brani ye nhwe insulin glucose ene sa pancreatic friend say diseases anasa hawa ababa ye no na emma wintimi produce insulin e break it down aduane na ya di friend glucose na mana ya adwuma said ye te pepepe woni paduanim entimi dimafo se wadaroma bra Dr. Time that so was the time ni na watchim yenu yen hwe sa haw ni nyina emma Bema wa prostatitis infections. Say prostate ni dwuma odi ni say o kwa na nyina o dwonso a obedwonso no said ye beba ani mu ahoden no won na regulate and manage no wa wo sam so ka ho bi. Enti wo de ani ntimi nya saa na akwadwonso na ye nofon pressure nim dwonso ni suso kokoko o te wa o feel so obedwonso obekọ no na hwema o do saa ho anu asa betina o baabi Dr. Time da so se men kancho se careful kadam ayekeka madam pan wani beba ho so no ne ya pai wo na chese de rubber ni bi asha obe mem na e ba saa na me masem ni nyina na atosini no because ade bia ba be femfam ho ntimi mfa ya ntimi dimafo se men kancho se no so ye na wotwe mienu Doctor se brani enfa time ni bi ento so and afa o kidney o ko test yes wo nya kidney failure na wo de ne nam honom sa ginsem no anya sika ankoye transplant anaso anko da fidi kese yeso am yen circulate moja na pen down sa anko na hu sika se mo betimi atu abusa ho entintina ho ni di nuane boni bi eno num so bia chese nya well treated Obetina hono sa no na atop pressure beto kidney so old age ne kache wa na abehunu se bi wedding semfon amani pedua no sofa Dr. Time da so se men kancho say na wotwe miensa Brian hwe kidney ne pomasi bransa na wankasa no wahuhura ye se bofuro to ede ato anwam no obo se kidney fo no so hu patient na obu ayenyanyanyan na obi so wo hono mo a waye tofo umia ne nan na ato umia ne sa na afei no ontimi humiye da bi opante no so ne nase abobɔ kofie ne lungs ne muntimi mbie nti no ntimi hu me ye no wakɔ pass ma ho Dr. Time da so se saa haw ni nyina fabra ye fabre ni bi ento yade so na ye mmoa wo saa kwan ne so abusuafo se de hye ne nsu biem ni se obeba so ye hɔ a se mu aduro bottle miensa me pacho anya hwe kura no enuro nso ekonkono duro ne de ama na se ne bottles ne de ama o kire se wo se nuro ne emma nkofo saa we sia no no man na ya ono na aba so ye ho no nso efficacy of a drone no sent to me nka enti e basa na odinuro ni bi bewura bi mu amiema amiensa no na ba ko bi asa yade amiensa a chese 3 no obenya 9 enti midimafo se hyene nso saa se oba ne ansa nuro pocho amfa ma wa e mane ha de ama no ebeko ati anyarewa a wo de ba ye no doctor se enka ntietiefo ni adofo se wadaroma ho na me masam nye na nneoma enhye danko ya Bramidimafo Herbal Hospital Dr. Time da so o se be ma ese langa yemfa enokwaye langa se kan no yesre nko an etimi do embu nua entwa hwe enti wo de ani ntimi nya adwuma saa na Bramidimafo ho ne yemfa time 5 days into so said ye beboa na infections na abemu a yebetu ase de amount ade ne so forward na e fon no busa se eyedie evise ntini na go enam nagasa yemre agene ho ntimidimafo se wadaroma bra na yema oteterete pipiripi boburubo kakraka kokuruko tente brane edise barekese nchacho timi se eyega ya nkasa sade ebeboa na apomuden ho nsem no atimi akonkan de amount yade no de ye boss o de ya amoso low sperm count bilateral tuber blockages ahodo pa wo a wunya bie no ni nyina nkanfu ano eyemidimafo enkran pokuase mayira enkran pokuase mayira midimafo so yira besia ya sabia kro timi show free of charge no abetena o baby to sinkran betia ni midimafo time da so pokuase mayira no Africa akobi kumase ha atwuma ebu akwa agogo na bie mu nso eyeta kwa so obehuni yen ewo ho no midimafo se bra na said all the time ye adwuma ne sa pepepe no ye no kire se yen kwagya ahwe tenten resanten ewo baby na time no bre no wakobia entimi nkonti na ba na wode o time ama said hia nyame ne yasafo na enso so emmo be na otwemienu anase na otwemiensa ntam okro ne de na yade awde ba en wahunu hu nsunsun so ntinya fe ne Dr. Time da so na time no eda benkum danifa eda soro da form eda fie da kwaye meda krom ba bi eda be kakra no ne yebo ne se captain band na chese eboye ne yede ba na se ne ahencho kra ne anwene watch and nesi etire so if it's a time there ehu hia ebre ne nna ne de adwuma ewo baby ade oni ne time so no mo amunim semaya na itime to nitimi dimafo say brane emfa time ne bi nto so numbers ne 0244 774282 0244 7282 0500 727215 0500 727215 0591 202 375 premium number na me bono 0591 202 375 0591 202 375 what first number we are Dr. Bejo so pese me sure wo fia e beba baby apese enhia woni enfa pomden ne ma no won sabe kamidima for Herbal Hospital Dr. Time da so ye da munyina asema momoniti ahenewa e de asiandi
okay ye da see eno aye Dr. Time da so enkomo ena yakwa kuchi na now yento aso office no na yemfa enso emra 3 days na walk up no air now the sports minister Honorable Kofi Adams visited Philadelphia Church na kushia so for penny adunchi dia yenti enkomo a ekoso
Ghana's first match will be played in Canada, in Toronto.
Yeah, Panama for na boy.
And we are going to face Panama.
Now about second one, born Boston. Yeah, England, and boy.
So the next one, we are going to face England.
Third one, our group stage, you know, be boy. They're born Philadelphia.
Our third match in the US of A in Philadelphia.
Yeah, also for Enaminya Odifo. Now, so many say, Yankopo Ashishe. Yanya Bepi, hey, Philadelphia, Kroa, Ekabibia, Yebo Machi, Philadelphia, Nyame, Obeji, Amaya Koyenim.
Amen. Although I am not a pastor and neither am I a prophet, but I coming here, which is known as Philadelphia, we playing our Philadelphia in the US of A. I believe that God will cause us.
We share rankings now, Omoya. We Iraq free war and Ghana eba and it say Ubia and Dream say Ghana Yebeya de Ewo welcome. And so Yedi and Abe de Yenim say the stone of David Edikum Goliath no Yebeji Efiha Edi Ako Black Stars camp. I'm a Black Stars Ebe Konka all I can see our boy Papa Yedawas.
Ti eno aye Honorable Kofi Adams ono aye Ghana sports minister nana montuo a otuye nano kwesiada ewo Philadelphia Church koshia so pani adum chedua na mutie no nkoma na Christian sauti
yeah meti
se rankings no se we Iraq through orma Ghana neba chese ya yekono obi a nwene se Ghana ebe ya de but owojidie ye se omotu omanamon akopie mu e wo Philadelphia asase so na ye entire game so ye ne Croatia e bo no Philadelphia no Philadelphia nyame ebe ma ne nsa so ebe ti nanim e de a chere the Black Stars of Ghana
Philadelphia sorry won kwa na solutions a nka Baumia we need the last election so
yeah
saba Baumia ko ho ma de Papa ne kro yi ni ve na egu no so no digu da ta Baumia so
mama na call first
but
na Baumia so ko eche
so be lose
o se ba kun shoot
I am not Andy downplaying the powers of prayers. Monday bia eba what do you do? Every Monday bia before se start pure show what do you do? Your bonfire. Andy empire boni ba after say air production say we
yeah
me boa
yeah
say your bonfire ni nyina wie na de wo say ye production a say jeki maso ne me ne wo adesua o si esua before say ba betra microphone na nyichi no ya nya empire bono emfaso bi ani so e bobom paye ay fasting akọ sọfọ yima ho akọ yanga se sọfọ efi ha sọfọ ya na refiniding sọfọ agaspa ye be ko sọfọ agaspa ho bobom paye mai condemn bobom paye mai condemn grade empire no mo na adwuma also ye the effort that we have to put into our work yamfasa effort na ntumu a the expected results and the ensanka we a student o try exams what's you what dey nyina wie na dem pa ba tato se nyankopon ema o the spirit of remembrance sa dia owuref wasua no enso hwani ba na to a owuremfi na de wansua bɔ mpae a andi empire bɔ no enene ne memo paasi obefeli so minister no ekɔ se okɔ akɔbɔ mpae no me I don't blame the minister, I don't fault the minister. I don't know why, because the minister no nye coach. Minister coach a esen kɔ technical meeting eja ni nyina ye enen kɔ mo na masɔre ɛbɔ mpae dia, then I'll have a problem. But minister no andi so on the na adwuma wa ya ne se or coordinate obi adwuma oye.
Yeah.
There's the FA Blasters Management Committee, technical team, playing body, and the minister no just a coordinator. So minister the Andy obetimi movie from one church to another church, from one mosque to another mosque, from one traditional priest to another traditional priest, and no will not make any difference, and no will not solve any problem as long as omo matter no eyo modwuma so omo ye no enam paibo na minister no hwe no ebetimi aye adwuma. Wey the only time I can be a problem minister na dia wo ye ne se dia wo se wo ye nka wonye ya ene nka wode mpaibo expect se ebeye dia se wo ye ne dia a de ne kam ne benya problem ana coach I na una se wo the team ko training technical report by this time cry no coach Ghana cry mo game a teams here no bobo game no so mo bo friendly games England am friendly game Croatia more friendly game. So you sit down, you watch the opponent, video analyst Nesenka, whatna them, analyze our opponent, you know, just you money here, empire body, then I'll have a problem. When I see a student I was here, so or the time be bompire, I will not have issue with that student. The only student I may not issue with him or her, any the own there. Prep time beso instead of so be prep no na odi ko press dia and in school no benya problem. And you know me I believe in the powers of prayers, genuine prayers, empire ba efra kumapem source no source papa and your bom paya and no tie the effort na why na chi. But if there is no effort, not there so you no nya ya so for condemn or say me onze tama mi misano me ko tena kem na so futi kan mu a me nim se ka de nya accident wo the moment I met tena kem mu a me onze so fu bia bo ne clear ka na o take kan mu no o me se me save so fu take kan mu ko ade nya me take kan mu so fu condemn say so fu kra na etwi ka no na tie na apai bote botai ni mu no ya wa miem na so fu kra na etwi ka na car ba akote ahwe ebekun. Now no maso can be any pass the bompire this time. Imagine we are singing no. Nipa do say the bompire. Obi a bompire. Nyankopon amu adwen. There say odi adwen ye no. One for adwen anye. Now you expecting say prayers and MS ade wa. God do not listen. You must think that Nyankopon say be ontie mpaibo otie, dem mpaibo fun de ontie. Wa ma adwen, de di adwen ye no, fa adwen ye. The empire boy no the adwin ye kra no say obehia Nyankopon ahoɔden a put an effort na empire bo no abe support no timai me minister me I will not condemn the minister because he's not a player, he's not a coach or management committee member. We need any active role to play the role and any responsibility binya no by this time and this why bonus say omadi side here we the obeji everything is sorted. Anything no so nam so open paibo I support the Blasters now. I do not have an issue with the minister. Dear can say or more as omu ye adwuma no. The physical aspect you know Andy and the one yet thinking that minister na ko Philadelphia sorry akobom paye ntino de esa wo ye no empabo ni beye de esa wo ya and empabo be fail you. But there are two members almost asoro one more. There was omu ye no omu nye. It's what they expected to get, you know, they will not get. And the prayer any answer to a physical matters. Adia physical. They say what do I do ye? They say ode onsa ye. They also ni pano ye. They say obetimia ye no. Na ujai ye. Eko tram mountains bompaye. Say na gupo me. They say oye mawa. And you are just wasting God's time. God will not listen. Tide hunya said the say no and yenye. There was a no. The physical aspect of the game. There was a team here, technical team here. There was a F4 here. Imagine say minister. Akwa sorry. Nenka minister ne ko bompire say or bompire say Ghana Premier League be the best league in Africa. And then come to be minister de pa. Because there was a here. Emma Ghana Premier League be the best in Africa. No, we are not doing it. And your prayers and empire and solving Ghana Premier League issues. And say actions must be taken. When we are not taking those actions, prayers will never be the solution.
Sir Christian, me ba Maxwell, me fa we enso subium enfama Maxwell. Brandon Thomas Asante, a new striker for the Black Stars. Na onuso Erika Kra, Eri Atuja.
To write the story, of course, we know that we've had moments that have, the world has been behind us at times, seeing, the tough things that we've been through as a team, and we feel like there's a story to complete, and we want to, as players, step forward and to right the wrongs, if I can say that. But yeah, definitely push it past.
If you are talking about the environment, first of all, environment is all kind of only to say as a management. No, when the supporters are fighting against a player or the coaches, it's a very big wrong. Management, all leaders, we are there just for a moment. Stamina or move from the wrong down. You see, so much.
Erong Abubakar Watara Julius. Erong Abubakar Watara Julius Ben Imuna. The MD Edema Heart Ben Imuna. The MD Edema Heart of Wase. Some about Willie on the pitch, no. Yeah, na nyase bia. Dressing room kwao. Yeah, preparations, no. Far away.
I will say that the processes of getting results does not just begin from the dressing room. It starts from far away, and that far away involves money. And so we want to use this opportunity to continue to thank our supporters for their support for the club, but also to call on them that whenever the support leadership comes to them in providing resources, in supporting the club financially, supporting the club in presence, especially to show up. This is the only way that we can continue to stay at the top. All the top clubs who continue to stay at the top have their support behind them. So we call on every supporter to continue supporting Accra Hearts of Oak.
Max,
Andy,
I'm into you.
Minister, it's
and someday we are going to the over Fabia.
Andy, on say no credit say black people and Gasade, yeah, highly spiritual. If free titina. Unim say country Andy over 1 kilometer be ho asori bebre wo ho nim country go Jamaica say be ho asori bebre within 1 kilometer bia Jamaica. Oba Ghana you see the same thing oko baby anti black people there naturally we are spiritual but what you must say it's a bibia na the spiritual aspects a play role until we say superstition very great and you be nam kra no polia. But you say, our meanings. It's over TikTok near the more better on how you say, hey, we know that own side and own numbers or munya. And the problem they say it is good and it is also bad. The air bad and say, am I gonna be brave? It refuse like we refuse to think. Do you know why? But you say because our church we don't ask questions when the church service is ongoing. And Andy, as maybe I may max or make catch one dinner. Ebia wonim ba argue no mpacho uti se wo sofo ka the same as ma wo argue be ko fie straight over fa mebo be ka the same thing na nipa na be fa with no question enti yesu no mo BBC say abrofo no ba na fan for kede say record chapel na ehu broni a san ko fie na Jesus na ehu no mpacho so what ate enti ye no that is our style. It doesn't mean that bro for no so almost but there is this verse that says that faith without works. Oh say GDN na nyuma nka ho a GDN enwe pay. That is where ye be before your problem. Ye die nyina ye GDN adwuma nka ho. Nti unim see ye tia Andy. Bibini bi adwen ye ne say broni bi wo ba bi on aba ba ne man yi ama no. O say bibini bi adwen ye ne say wanko broni kroma ondie. Bibini bi adwen say ne man no tim ne de se be nyame kra no wan hye da ambo ye bibi anye bibini adwen na adwen say for us to develop na ye ante se ye bibi no bibini bi atwen obi bibini bia e problem and the audition obi and any part of these things are making and that has been the problem because Andy don't blame us because you cost so many years, close to 400 years in slavery, and you really is about 100 years of colonialism. Inti and the adrenal majority I say, inti you can't say be today. Nandi in Nea yetwe. One who say Ghana society pass a year Tony pa. It's where shows Yana Namoas at Taneske Nibro or no more Tony papa. Confor no ane baton is all jiska. These are all lies. Into make a basis to say your pet spiritual protection as a spiritual guidance for blasters quiet corner. There is nothing wrong with that. But so I'll say first match of Philadelphia.
Last match of Philadelphia, and I also across Philadelphia. But so Philadelphia also US, and they say a World Cup na banana any link. It's I agree with Christian say a Juman SC they can't hear you know. World Cup we got a secret in the sandy. There are people at what corridors of power. The prophet and the priest, they spoke to the impending for a higher places, those in the FA and all that. But the truth that whatever they told them, no, they've done a different thing altogether. And you hear me? What they told them to do, now when these things are done, when Ghana gets there, Ghana will shine. They've changed everything. Now later no mu change no matana say kai say yanhwe na say nyoma say a bad problem. So those at higher places are organizing those people to help them with prayer to make sure say be koye nim. Nti ba ko na minister and echo hon. Menim say what say enti let's wait me say born e ekobor. Say Ghana ye yadio anyadio, it will not be the last time and the bobo na me boa ye be sa bobo. So the players should go all out and play. But I know say e be ade. Because I mean, head boys, I say, baby, I need a son, you know, a day free bar. Baby, I need a son, you know, more a free banana boy. And see, yen getting ourselves, and I think we are going to play. You didn't say underdogs, so we are in to prove a point. And in itself, you know, MIA, your friend is saying game to play. What I say now, environment is one kind. What can I say? Environment, not then away environment too. But what I say. Also, the environment no ain't good for them to survive. In the environment, needing. Matisa has a contact some obodu. And as some obodu a catch them so more. I'm saying or club. But what I say? Okay. Nib Moso Casa or Montia say the India has a pam a friend is Didi Dramani. But Mr. American is a Moma Didi Edumano Munim target or the man and now they want somebody who can win the league. Because some board the also can be has say some board is one of the guys and the English spiritual but I didn't say yeah board do time house of folk including coaches buying ebia because Kenichi so hashim bajoti and onyas are bars now around the team like a cramboa come on the machine here they check out command in our training ground so okay Japan ko Kenichi so hashi unso buy na house team no ejidi anche no mo pam but board do so buy the fans in the way of mo sorry board crowd or the titles that they count. Nti the other na board do coin the house into get titles our fans in die out this special bia board do nyame de amano nti one hearts in the night say omo marry na made in Monte Carlo very beautiful and no more pam nti but board do aka say on my back and then let's speak let's wait the Black Stars well whatever the minister wants to do but I saw a Fred traditionalists no so count another make count here say they be anya say yeah Christians alone. We are Christians, but I said traditional the Muslims or from Munina. No, the Obia so be no any de boa. Ana only me Adriana. Oh, come on, some no Adrians.
Na say ye di komo. So Hindu for Rasta. Say Obia mra na ye nyina ye mompai. San hode yes say ade be buata na nyina be hu na nyina mompai no monko na me dey so wan ko Hare Krishna for ni ade no dia me so medwa pa mami fa we entu just we dey na chese ohene kase na say to the second on say odo na the chancellor for KNUST na also otunsa e dey afre we ase nyina on say KNUST is 75 years. Oh, okay.
Now, as part of the 75th anniversary celebrations, Nanyama and because to the Chancellor, S.O. Tonsa, area fair man, saying KNUST the products I would have every mono, may one of them.
So, yeah, alumni.
Yes. Nyami Adma Wednesday, June 24, 2026, I will great for KNUST and upon 9. And Yasim Koto Accra.
Oh, okay.
You made the Kessia pa. ɛna ɛbɛkɔ so
sɛ yɛwurade anim dia okare wanga sɛ dwumadie ka ɛsɛ woka sɛ kokroko paa dwumadie na yɛ kokroko paa
yɛwurade anim dia na ɛsɛ ne kɛseɛ no
kokroko
nti wemi ntumi nsa anka biribiaa ba ne nyɛ kɛseɛ wiem nti deɛ meka ne sɛ nyankopɔn yɛ adom a on Wednesday 24th of June 2026 ɛwɔ Great Hall KNUS anɔpa 9 ɛna dwumadie kɛseɛ no ɛnso ɛba so mami nka sɛ cleans hand soap no ma wo nsa nka bi maka kyerɛw wei ɛna effectively ekum germs ɛne bacteria ekum adeɛ wɔmfa w'ani ho nyinaa no ebekum mu nyinaa deɛ ma yɛ adwuma effectively 99.9% ebekum saa mo nyinaa ɛnso so ɛde ama wogye cleans hand soap na yɛ agye bi ɛfama abusuafoɔ ne namfofoɔ ɛno ɛna yɛ papa cleans hand soap ɛyɛ GC brand yes it's all about you bobode na ma nsa ɛnso ɛnka bi na Kumasi Agro Processing Company Limited omo daroma ɛna akɔfa